Let's talk about something first. Let's talk about the difference between facts and opinions. There's a huge difference between facts and opinions. For the most part, women live in an opinionated world. They thrive off other people's opinions and allow those opinions to shape them into who they are, who they're gonna be, who they think they ought to be, and they push their own opinions out into the world as if they're facts. So the first part of not caring what a woman says about you is to understand that it's only her opinion of a man because she has no real idea of what a man is. She has no real idea of what a man is. And so her opinions also shape her talking points. And the worst thing you could have in the world is a man who embraces female talking points because he's embracing female opinions. And the thing about men, we figure out a way to perpetuate an opinion as a fact in a convincing manner. So when you hear a man talking feminine ideas, female talking points, and throwing them out at men, you have to ask yourself, what the hell is wrong with this guy? I'll tell you what's wrong with him. He lets women define him. And once you let a woman define you, you are resigned to being confined to her expectations. Once you accept a woman's definition of you as as giving you validity, then moving forward, your validity is based on other women like her conceding that that does give you value. So you got a bunch of guys who only find value in what women say about them. If women say they're not desirable or they're not a good catcher, they're not whatever, they take it to heart. And having female talking points never works long term because after a while, women find another scapegoat for their talking points and you fall off. And so you find yourself going harder and harder to get that validation from those women and women like those women, but you can't get it anymore. And you end up lost because guess what? You can't come back and start talking to us and being around us and dealing with us from a man to man perspective anymore because we don't see you as a man. We see you as a male version of a female talking point. You're not even a human anymore. You're a male version of a female talking point. See, here's what we have to understand. Women are the prize to many men. Women are the prize to many men. There are many men, I'm talking about the majority of men, view women as the prize. And I'm not talking about just a Cracker Jack box prize. I'm not talking about a prize out of a gumball machine. I'm talking about a prize. The Powerball lottery prize. Many men view women as the Powerball lottery prize, man. And those men find solace in attacking men publicly on behalf of women because they think women appreciate it. Whenever you attack men publicly for views or shits and giggles, whichever one, it says a lot about your willingness to fall victim to the overbearing femininity of women who hate men. See, a lot of times, man, you got to keep in mind that if a woman is the prize for you, you're not going to do anything to offend her. You're going to lie to keep from offending her. You're going to attack whoever she wants you to attack to keep from offending her. You're going to do whatever you have to do to get and keep her approval. And here's the thing, approval is given to weak minded individuals who feel like they're nothing unless someone else says, hey, you're something. And it's one thing for you to be a kid and your dad say, don't worry about it. You're something. Even your mom as a kid to say, don't worry about it, baby. You're something. It's a totally different thing for you to be a grown man. You need women to tell you that you're something. You know how many men out here, man, didn't think they deserved women until they put themselves in a certain position? I'm not talking about I'm not talking about quality women. I'm talking about any women. There are dudes who didn't think that they should even speak to a woman. Now I'm not talking about lazy dudes, man, who ain't getting no money, ain't trying to get their body right, ain't trying to do that. I ain't talking about dudes that just lay at home every day playing Madden with do dirty. I'm talking about men who were on their way to the epitome of their industry or chosen lifestyle or chosen field. And they get intimidated in the presence of women because they feel like they're in the presence of a prize. They feel like a pauper in the presence of a queen. Because their value is based on what the woman says. I like you, I don't like you. You're handsome, you're not handsome. I want to screw you, I don't want to screw you. I like talking to you, I don't like talking to you. Getting a woman is many men's defining moment. Many men define themselves by the time they got that woman, by the time they got that number, by the time they saw her nude, by the time she called them back, by the time she responded to their text, by the time she let him take her out and spend money on her on a date. Many men define themselves by their interaction with women. And very few women define themselves by their interaction with men. I'm just being honest with you. Very few women define themselves by the interaction with men. That's why a woman can be with 20 men and still not call herself a thought. Because she doesn't define herself by her interactions with men. See, women got to figure it out. In this society right here, women act more like pimps and men act more like tricks. You got to understand, man. Matter of fact, men act more like working girls. Your interaction with women is just something fun to do. It's just a pastime. It's something you do when you have nothing else to do. If getting women is your defining moment, if getting a woman is your defining, even if marrying your wife is your defining moment, you're still getting a woman. At any point, if your defining moment of your life is getting a woman, man, something's wrong with you. I think you've been voodoo, bro. That's what I think. Got a couple super chats in here, man. Let me catch them right quick. Knock the snot out. Appreciate the $2 super chat, man. Salute. Travis P. Appreciate the $5 super chat, man. Spitting knowledge as always, brother. Salute to you, man. B. Ross. Appreciate the $5 super chat, B. Which say, appreciate the $5 super chat, man. Man, that Alpha Music got me thinking you should have went mainstream, homie. Salute, man. You're a talented brother. Salute to you, bro. Salute. I had a few opportunities, man. I just don't want to give up control, man. But we about to do it. We about to do it independent, but we gonna do it like a major. Skull, appreciate the $2 super chat. Salute to the Doc and the Alpha Sphere brethren. Salute to you, Skull. That might be it there. Yeah, that's it right there. So you got to keep in mind, man, that and another thing is this, and this is a good one right here, man. This is a good one. If your defining moment is pleasing women, please, I'm talking about, man, there are guys who brag about pleasing women. Those same guys never brag about a woman pleasing them. You're a feminine man if you derive pleasure from pleasing a woman. That's a woman's job. It's a woman's job to derive pleasure from pleasing you. How do you derive pleasure from pleasing a woman? There are guys out here who brag about being intimate with a woman for a long period of time. I'm talking about an hour, hour and a half, and giving a woman all the pleasure in the world and not getting off one time themselves. Man, you a beta male simp, man, John, if you think that's something to brag about. Like, if you really think it's something to brag about, to say, I put in all that work to please that woman, and you know what I did? I'm going to tell you the topper. BOA, I'm going to tell you like this, man. This is what I did. You ain't going to believe it. I didn't even get off. Ain't I a special kind of dude? Nah, man, you a special kind of fool. That's not your purpose as a man. Your purpose on this earth is not to please a woman. You know what's funny to me, man? How dudes can spend so much time pleasing women. And then you talk to a man about living a life that's pleasing to God, man. They go to tell you about, hey, I don't no fantasy man in the sky, man. I ain't gonna do, nah, man, ain't on that God stuff. Nah, I'm gonna leave that church stuff, man. I don't mess with that, man. No, ain't no God, man. They go to talking all that right there, man. But then they'll spend all their lives pleasing women and get nothing in return. While we strive to live a life that's pleasing to God and get manifold blessings broke off to us all the time. And you have to keep in mind, man, that if your goal in life is to please women, you're a people pleaser. Don't go around just think about pleasing women all the time, and then you turn around and then try to be, like you gutter with us. No. If your goal is to please, you are a people pleaser. You're a people pleaser. So run to the store, man. Run to the store, man, and get some more ice, man, or grab another bag of charcoal, man, so we can finish up the rest of these steaks, man. As a matter of fact, while you're out there, man, go ahead and stop at Walmart, get another cooler, man, and get some chairs and get a little card table, man, so we can play cards, man. As a matter of fact, take this right here, man. Go catch this at Walmart for me, man. And on the way back, man, stop and get another propane tank, man. Cause next week we gonna fry some fish, man. So get a propane tank. Well, go on up there to Brandon, man, and go ahead and get us a stand, man, for the cooking pot, so man, so we can deep fry. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna be a people pleaser, then be a people pleaser. If you're gonna be a do boy for women, then be a do boy. When you come around, man, you the do boy. Hey, man, you make sure everybody's phone charged. That's what you do. You go get everybody gas. You take a car, gas it up, come back get everybody whip. Make sure when we leave our cars filled up. Because if you're a pleaser of women, you're a pleaser of people, man. Don't try to act like you something different. If you're a people pleaser, be a people pleaser. Don't try to play us, dog. I'm about to move, man. Come help me pack this stuff up. As a matter of fact, man, I'm gonna go shoot ball. You go ahead and pack it up, man, and let me know when you're through. I'll be back. Let me tell y'all a post that I saw the other day. Somebody sent this to me, man. I was gonna touch on it, man, but I ain't gonna touch on it, man, because I said I'm gonna stop tearing the stepdads down, man. You know what I'm saying? If that's what they want to do, then that's what they want to do, man. But the post was from a chick. She said, "Big salute to all the men, all the real men who are out here taking care of children who aren't their own, who aren't theirs, like they're their own." Or, in essence, shout out to the man, the amazing man, who is out here doing everything in his power to take care of a child that's not his, as if the child was his. And you should have saw the dudes in the comments, man. You should have saw the amount of simps in the comments, man. I won't even call them simps, man. The amount of weak dudes. The amount of weak-minded dudes, man. Because you know what they needed? They needed that stepdad validation. Because let me tell you something. There are some men who are in stepdad situations who love it. There are some. I've met a couple. They love it. They wouldn't change it if you gave them their own son. But then there are men who are stepdads, man, and they hate it. They know how thankless it is. They know they not getting nothing back from it. They know it ain't gonna benefit them long term, cause it ain't benefiting them short term. They know ain't nothing to it. They know, man, that the children still love their daddy more than they love him, or the child still love his daddy more. They know all of this. They know all of this. Now there are exceptions to the rule. If you meet a woman, man, and she just had a kid, which we ain't gonna talk about that. But if you meet a woman who just had a kid, man, the kid don't know nobody but you, man, the dad is out of the picture, dead or locked up, bam. Okay, I'll give you that one. Cause we're human. We're human. So on a human level, I get you on that one. But we're talking about the dudes out here, man, in these situations, man, don't even want to be in them, man. Getting attached to children, man, that'll never be attached to you like that. Or even getting attached to children who are attached to you like that. And if the woman leave and go cross country, the children going with her. You don't have no rights to the children at all. But if you stay with her long enough, you might end up paying child support for them. So when you see a post like that, guys jump in there because they need that validation. And I'm going to tell you why. Somebody put in the chat for me why those guys need that validation from a post like that. The amazing job of being that stepdad in that situation. Why are those guys so starving for validation for that role that they're playing that they'll jump on social media, man, and act like this woman just made their day with a post like that, man? There's one reason. There is one reason that men who are in that situation feel so wonderful about that. There's only one reason. Got a super chat in here, man. Y'all go ahead and put your answer in there, man. What y'all think it is, man, while I get this super chat up here. Phenomenal way. Welcome to the Alpha family. Appreciate the $20 super chat as well. Phenomenal way. Salute. Here's the thing. Those guys need that validation, and here's the thing. They don't even know they need that stepdad validation. They don't even know they need it until they get it. And you know why they don't know they need it? Because they don't get it. In everyday life, they don't get that validation. They don't get that validation at all. Let me tell you, let me tell you three words. Three words that rob stepdads of validation in their everyday lives. Whether it's told from the child, whether it's told from the mother, whether it's told from the father of the children, whether it's told from his mama, his daddy, no matter who's told that, there are three words that destroy stepdad's ability to give validation while he's in that role from the people who he's serving in that role. Because stepdad is a position of servitude. Is a position of servitude without gratitude. I say again, it's a position of servitude without gratitude. The three words that kill a stepdad's ability to give everyday validation in that role, and I'm going to say it in every validation, in every variation. You not my daddy. That's not your child. I'm his daddy. You ain't his daddy. That ain't your child. I'm his mama. All of those things. All of those things rob that man of his ability to receive the validation that he deserves for that position. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Let's be honest about something. Let's be honest about something. If a man is in that position, he deserves to get accolades from the people he's serving in that position. Because he don't have to be in it. And obviously, the man who should be in it ain't in it. When a stepdad is in the picture, then for whatever reason, whether it's the woman's fault or the father's fault, he stepped in that position. And even though we won't do it, he deserves accolades not from us, but from those people. He don't deserve nothing from us. We ain't never got to give no. We ain't never got to give him no validation or no verification of the quality of man he is based on that. We ain't got to do that because it don't serve us at all. Now we ain't gonna talk about him and we ain't gonna make no more stepdad videos. We ain't gonna talk about that no more. But what I'm saying is he deserves validation that he's not getting because it's an unappreciated role for the most part. So when a woman makes a post like that, he's like, oh man, yeah, somebody finally sees. But guess what? That woman don't even know you. She don't know everything you go through in that stepdad position. She don't know it. She has no idea. But you need it. You need that validation. You need it. See, let me tell you something, man. Here's the problem with all of these guys who deal with women from this perspective and need the validation of women. When a woman tells you you're a good man of any type, you're a good father, you're a good husband, you're a good boyfriend, you're a good dad, you're a good uncle, you're a good teacher, you're a good sex partner, you're a good or sex slave, you're a good anything, you're a good provider, you're good. A woman only say that when you do things that benefit her. So caring about a woman telling you that you good at something, 9 times out of 10, you know you good at it. If you're a good provider, you don't need a woman to tell you that. Man, there are guys that pay all the bills in the house and then still feel good when he hears a woman tell her, my man a good provider. Nigga, then look at your bank account from the first of the month to the fifth of the month when you pay all them bills. Don't you know that you're a good provider? So how does her telling someone you're a good provider, all she doing is recognizing, is telling someone else, yeah, he does this, but you know you do it. Oh, and then on the backs of that, you hear the friend say, you got you a good man. Psh, boy, your head gone. Anytime a woman calls you a good man, it's because you benefit her. Find me the woman who doesn't benefit from a man and still calls that man a good man. Who doesn't want that man and still calls that man a good man. That's why I tell you guys, women are playing the game the way men should play. The women are living the way men should live. You got to make a woman earn her position. And as long as you're not making her earn her position, you're going to earn yours. And if you're earning your position, then that means you value the job that you're applying for. When the job hire you, you value your position, then you work hard. You show up punctual. And a lot of guys just don't get that. See, here's the problem, man. When you become your most alpha version, and it's only to impress bras who wouldn't have you before, I want y'all to think about that. When you do that, when that woman didn't want you before, now that's a good thing. That's a good motivational thing to drive you. Whatever drives you, let it drive you. Whatever motivates you to do the best, whatever motivates you to keep climbing, keep grinding and growing, you do that thing. We ain't knocking that at all, whatever it is. If it's a woman, if it's a dog, if it's the sky falling, if it's a shooting star you saw, if it's a dog that lick your toes, if it's a worm that you fish with and caught the biggest fish of your life, it don't matter what it is, whatever it takes to motivate you, use that thing. But becoming your most alpha version of yourself so you can get that, bro, it's crazy. Because here's the thing, man. A woman you think you deserve on level 2 shouldn't even be in the same space with you by the time you get to level 5. Because she's a level 2 woman. That's what you may have to understand. As you level up through life, you realize that each level has different women. Also, each level has different men. Each level, the people are more beneficial to you. So on level 1 in life, you down in the gutter with everybody. You make it to level 2, quite a few people can make it to level 2. You make it level 3, now it's starting to, you really got to start focusing a little bit. You make it level 4, you got to be full speed ahead. But on all of those levels, the women are different. So there's no way you wanted a woman on level 1 and you still want that same woman on level 5 unless you got issues up here. You got some serious self-esteem issues taking place, man. You got that type of things taking place in your mind that are just unfathomable. Can't even understand why you as a man will put yourself in that position. Because it makes absolutely no sense. No sense. Charles Young, appreciate the $5 super chat. Coming from family unfortunately dominated by women and saturated in feminine energy. Is it best to cut ties completely or embrace being the villain? I think you gotta do both of those things, man. You have to embrace being the villain because you're not really a villain. You're just breaking the mold. You're breaking the beta male mold. And so you do that first. But if it gets down to you, just cutting ties clean, man, then you got to do that. You got to do whatever you got to do to protect your alpha energy, man. You got to, and then once you free it from being trapped within the throes of all that feminine energy, man, you can't go back to that. You can't go back to it. You defeating the purpose of living if you go back to that. You can't do it, man. And here's a crazy thing. Trying to be what women like is the greatest downfall of the men of any society. Because when you start trying to be what women want, you stop being what you want. Because men and women don't want the same things. Believe me when I tell you that. So trying to be what women like is an exercise in futility. Because even women don't know what they like. They like one thing today, they like another thing tomorrow. They don't know what they like at all. They have no idea what they like. So when you become your most alpha version, man, you cannot allow any woman from the past to come and tell you like, yeah, well, now you made it. You know you made it already. But you're going to let a woman tell you now you made it to her level when you can't even see her up under your shoe, man? That's crazy, man. That's crazy. That's real, Flim. How you going to let a chick change you when you being the best version of yourself? You're the most alpha version of yourself and you going to change for a trick? Man, I wish I would change for a chick. I wish I would, man. So, peep game, man. And here's another thing. And this right here, hey man, this is the coup d'etat. This gonna take it all. This gonna bring it all home, homies. This gonna bring it all home. Never let a woman compare you to her previous men. Never let a woman compare you to her previous men. Ain't no woman finna sit and tell me, well, compared to such and such. You got dudes who be listening to the woman tell them how they sex is compared to the dudes from before, man. You got dudes who just let a woman pick and choose the time she want to compare it to. Well, such and such didn't do this or such and such did this like I like. Man, let me tell you something, bro. That is never something that you should view as a positive and take it as validation if a woman tell you you better than a man from her past in some area. Because I'm going to tell y'all a secret. The best man in a woman's life is the one she got right now. The only man in a woman's life that count is the one she got right now. The only man in a woman life who can make her move some, make her shake some, break some, is the man that she got right now. That's real. That's real, homies. So you can't let her compare you to her previous men. Well, you the best thing ever happened to me. I wish I never met him and blah blah. You shouldn't even be having these type of conversations with women, man. Cause here's the thing that you gotta understand: you perpetuate that type of energy the same way she trying to tell you all these things, man. If you and her break up, man, she gonna tell the next dude all those things too. That's what women do. Women either want to be the what, guys? What do they want to be? They want to be the victim or the victor. They are going to be the victim or they're going to be the victor. That's just how they roll. She is either going to lose and lose in a very Hollywood blockbuster type fashion, or she's going to do what I like to call skew the facts, leave out her bad parts, put in all her good parts, take out all your good parts, leave in all your bad parts. So a woman can be terrible to a man and then she'll turn around and tell you all of the good things she did versus all of the bad things he did. So a woman will go to school and then say, well, I went to school, I was struggling financially, so I went to school, and then after school, he wanted me to start paying stuff and blah, 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 and I was already struggling from school. Come to find out, the dude paid for her to go to school. How you struggling through school, the dude paid for it. Now, she got that degree, she mad because homie said, hey, shout, it's time for you to kick down. And that's real, man. Yeah, man, y'all know I wouldn't make this up. Y'all know I wouldn't make this up, man. There's a bunch of things I can make up, but this ain't one of them. You have to take anything a woman says with a grain of salt because everything she says is based on opinion. Women don't function in facts. They're too emotional to function in facts. Emotion requires calm, resolve, and to view things from a non-emotional perspective, it takes calm resolve, focus, determination, and it takes the backbone to not care if people are hurt by what you do or what you say. As long as you ain't doing something to somebody directly. Phenomenal Wave, appreciate $10 super chat. Thank you for your knowledge. Salute to you, bro. Did I skip that? Nah, that's a new one. That's a new one. All right, salute to you, bro. I appreciate that. So you have to take anything she says with a grain of salt, man, because if you're looking for truth, you ain't gonna find it in a woman, man. A woman lives in fear of failure. Period. She lives in fear of failure. For failure. Fear of failure. I don't know what I was just saying. She lives in fear of failure. That's what she fears. So how can you take anything serious from someone who can't face anything without breaking down? From someone who can't face anything without crying out? It's crazy, man. Super crazy. So, you just got to keep in mind, man, that you know, it's kind of like when I say take everything with a grain of salt. It's kind of like the chick Megan Thee Stallion, man. She did somebody sent me a piece of content, man. I'll do a video on it tomorrow. Actually, the video is already up. When I'm done with this, man, I'm gonna make it live as a premiere, so it'll come on tomorrow, man. And y'all, I want y'all to look at that video, man. It's a different type of hype, man, where she just doing what women do, just run their mouth in a non-factual way, speaking on things that have absolutely nothing to do with factual information or the actual way they live their lives, and they just say whatever they want to say to get a rise out of you, man. So that's one of those things, man. But we'll talk about that, man. We'll talk about that. It's gonna be a great vid, man. So anyway, man, let me see. Phenomenal way. I've been red pill for 2 years, man. Now GMB leave me here. Salute to the brother GMB, man. Yeah, they just shut down to go sleep like a little kid in the face of adversity, man. The other reason these psychotropics flooded the hood like this, man. You got to think about this. These millennial boys and really these Generation Z boys, man, who are coming up, man, they teens now, man, they popping all them pills, man. Man, no pill around the crib, man, when their mom was young. You know what I'm saying? Those pills were, they were around, man. And it go back a couple of generations. Their mom grew up in the house where her mom was, taking psychotropics, and then, the mom started taking psychotropics, and whenever those things are around, man, most people are too careless with their guns and their medication, because children always get into it, especially guns. Mackenzie, appreciate the $5 super chat, man. Thanks for uploading your live stream on Patreon in video format. Appreciate it, Dr. BOA. Yeah, man, I'm gonna go back to video format on the live streams, man. Some guys been saying, man, that they've been having trouble listen to the MP3 form, man. So I'm gonna go back to video on them. And now the ones that's up MP3, they gonna stay there MP3. But guys been having issues, man, trying to, with the playback and all of that right there. But the crazy thing is, when I first changed it, guys were having a problem with the video format. So I think well, actually, I'm certain, man. Patreon did a update. Side Mugger, appreciate the $5. I mean, appreciate you joining the Alpha family, bro. Salute to you. So, the reality of the scenario, man, is that women seem to know now. They know, but they seem to think, because they know and think two different things. If you didn't know that, but they seem to think that men need their validation, but they don't need men's validation. Men don't need your validation. Simps need your validation. But it's hard for me to imagine a woman who just don't need no man. Like in real life, don't need no man. I ain't talking about I don't need no man because I got this and that. I'm talking about don't need no man for sure. She don't exist out there, man. Unless she don't like men. You know what I'm saying? It's possible. So anyway, homies, we got 5 reasons, man, why you should not listen to a woman, man, give you value. And if you give her value, if you let her give you value, man, you're gonna be resigned to being confined to the expectations of her mind.